It's the POPP-Cast. People of Phnom Penh. With me, MC Luke. Today from Cambodia, and welcome to episode 5 of the POP, the People of Phnom Penh podcast, where each week I join someone very interesting for around 45 minutes to talk about their journey here, why they're here in the Kingdom of Wonder of Cambodia, what they do, and why they love it here so much. And generally, everyone kind of joins me every week. It's got a bit of an interesting story. So this week we are joined by the super talented, intelligent, beautiful, wonderful Brooke Wheeler, who I'm going to bring onto stage now. Hey, Brooke.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm feeling good, thank you.
Good. Welcome to the POP. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like all of us, we've all kind of had our own journey here in the kingdom. And nowadays, you are, well, to me, the only one that I know who was a successful model here in the Kingdom of Cambodia.
Thank you. An exciting journey for sure.
How long have you been doing it? Was this from when you were young, or is this something that just came about since you were here?
I think a lot of little girls, when you're growing up, you sort of look in the mirror and you pose and you imagine what it would be like. Or I had a big mirror in my room at home and I would walk towards it and pretend to be on a catwalk, but it was just a distant dream. And then a couple of years ago, when I was living on the island, we got asked to do a tourism video, just me and a couple of friends, which really kicks for being in front of the camera, because usually I'm the one filming behind the camera. And it was really fun, and we got taken all around the island to show it off and to the airport in Phnom. And so from there, that was where I was really like, okay, I need to figure out how I can do this more in Cambodia, because this is really fun.
Yes, yeah. A similar kind of story to myself. Yeah. Okay, awesome. So, I mean, here's for those joining us. Here's Brooke being beautiful. What was this one for, Brooke? Whose shoot was this?
This was a shoot with a photographer that's based in Phnom Penh. He is amazing. His name is Kofi Aduro. I highly recommend if anyone needs a photographer. And we were actually having a fun shoot. We were speaking, and he wanted to film some sort of 1960s photos. And so I was like, okay, let's put a lookbook together and let's go around the city and shoot some content.
Awesome. Cool. What was his name? Kofi
Aduro. You can find
Kofi Aduro. Okay, awesome, nice. So, like you said, you're from London, correct?
Yeah, just outside of London, born in Essex.
Born in Essex, bird.
Pretty quick.
What brought you here? How did you end up in? I think that's a question that everyone gets asked a lot. When people will find out that you live in Cambodia, they're always like, "What? Wow! What? How did you end up there?" You know, because it's not as similar. You know, most people, if you hear nowadays, "Oh, I live in Thailand," a lot of people are like, "Oh, okay, yeah." A lot of people live in Thailand, but for a lot of people, it's just like, "Oh, that's a different place to live." How did you end up here? What was your journey here?
Well, I never expected Cambodia to be the place. I grew up in Spain, so I was used to not living in the UK. And I did the classic backpacker trail with my previous partner and my best friend. And so we did the classic Thailand, Vietnam, hit in Cambodia, and we were only supposed to sort of be here maybe a week or two. And I just had this insane feeling of, oh my God, I love this place. And so we ended up volunteering in an old village that's no longer here. It was Otra's village, I'm sure you can remember. Yeah. And we months, then we carried on traveling, but I knew that I wanted to come back. So I went traveling with my friend to India for a month, and we were like, let's just go to Cambodia for 1 month and go home, make some money, and then fully choose what we're going to do next. And I just landed in Cambodia and was like, I'm not leaving this time. So I missed my flight. Yeah. She flew home stage.
Oh, yeah, that old chestnut.
Yeah.
That old chestnut, yeah. A lot of people just one more week, and then you end up being here, yeah. Like how many years have you been in Albro?
5 years, 5.5
5 years. 5 years. And how long have you been modeling now?
2 years.
2 years here in the kingdom. So here's another photo of you looking absolutely fabulous. What was this? This is quite recent, I think. I've done a little hunt through your Facebook, That's the danger of
Yeah,
being friends. I can see all your photos.
true. This was actually on the same shoot with Kofi, so we did a good
Okay,
couple
cool.
of looks. And you can see behind us, that's the Olympic area of Phnom Penh, so the apartments, and we were shooting on the top floor of one of the markets for a same market.
That is super cool. So that's by Olympic Stadium.
Yes.
All right, cool. Nice. I will be there tomorrow. And so, of course, you do a lot of photography, but you also do live events as well. Like, here's yourself with a couple of fabulous ladies. What was this one for?
This is for Phnom Penh Designers Week, so the equivalent of sort of Fashion Week within Cambodia, where so many amazing designers, either from Cambodia or from outside that live here, showcase their latest collection. And it's spread over 2 nights, so female on one night and male on the second night.
Okay, cool. Nice. And when was this one? Was it this year or last year? Or you do so many, I can't really keep up.
Yeah, this one was this year for Phnom Penh Designers Week. I think it was in January, and we are all 3 going for Drew Taylor Designs there. So Drew Taylor is amazing. He also has a hair salon in the city as well that you can do.
Okay, cool. Awesome. So did you ever try to do it back in the UK then, modeling, Brooke?
Not modeling fully. I had the old influencer tryouts where me and my friends would sort of photograph different makeup looks. I was a hairdresser then, so I was all into the hair beauty.
So this was this you modeling at one point? You're a lot younger.
Like a jump scare. Photo shoot. So my parents have digital marketing studios in Spain, and so I'm mostly helping out, but it was very relaxed. It wasn't for
cool.
anything
Nice.
grand.
Nice. So you've got something coming up this weekend. I think you're on Saturday. Is this weekend? You've got a live, or is it a shoot?
It's a bit of a mixture between the two. We're doing sort of a runway show / photo shoot for an opening of a store. It's a reopening again. It's called Canvas Store Collection, which you can find on Instagram too. And they do amazing ball gowns. I've worked with them on photo shoots before. They are a very special team.
So do you belong to like an agent here, Brooke, or are you completely, you're out on your own?
Yeah, it's all freelance. So it's all done
It is,
on people and having a lot of respect for the designer, because we really are just moving mannequins. It's not really
you're just a
about
canvas.
us. Yeah. We help showcase what they've created, and they do such incredible designs. So really, it feels like an honor to be able to put that on a stage for Cambodia.
I couldn't agree more, and I feel it's very similar in my situation. I feel very, very honored, me and Kiteo, to be in the situation, because I think it's quite difficult for Westerners to get into the entertainment industry in Southeast Asia, in many parts of Asia. So was it, like you said, you got picked up through doing the tourism video, but did you push for it post the tourism video? You're like, I'm going to do this, or did someone say like, hey, you should do this?
The tourism video just came out of nowhere. Our landlords just dropped down on the beach. We were all hanging out. It was just after Christmas. Oh, can you come and help us with something? So we had no
Cambodia.
idea. And then it was the full shoot and taken all around on different boats. It was amazing. And then after that, I was speaking to the directors that did the video, asking if they knew of anything or how to get into the industry. But they weren't 100% sure on the more casual things. They focused on documentary production. So I actually saw the Phnom Penh Designers Week had just happened, and I was thinking, oh, what a dream it would be to work with them, and how amazing it is that you see all different types of models represented in this country. And so that feels like a great cause that I also want to be part of, celebrating all different types of beauty. And I just started joining the Facebook groups, looking around at whether any castings were being posted. And then there was one show that popped up, which I couldn't go to the casting for, as I was on the island. And at that point, the new built, so it was a 6-hour journey up every single time I had rehearsal, fittings, shows, anything. So they just hired me for the show and was like, okay, we think you can do it. And I went to the first rehearsal, which was the night before the show, shitting myself. And then you can see
Yeah.
the first show that I did because I'm so stiff and you can see it's pure fear.
Yeah.
But that's all growth. That's all.
No, for sure. I think as well. I mean, I know I've experienced it, but I think it's just a lot for people in the industry in Cambodia. Is a lot for their first time working with Western talent. You know, like for example, in like the
There was
Kunkamai world, like a lot of them haven't worked with a Western presenter before, a Western MC. So it's, you know, it's us trying. We're all kind of bridging the gap between us at the moment and trying that way, like how, because everyone communicates in entertainment and be it modeling, be it film, TV, in a different way compared to how we do it in the West. And we're kind of all kind of trying to learn how to work together, I think, at this moment in time.
absolutely. Communication is
So what would
key.
be your what would be your advice then if there's any backpacker at the moment thinking I'm going to go backpacking and I'm going to start modeling in Cambodia? What would you recommend? Because we see now in Thailand, we see a lot of Western talent, you know, working quite a lot, you know, daily. You know, they're working actors, they're working models in Bangkok, for example. But Bangkok nowadays is very cosmopolitan. It almost feels like a London or New York. Whereas Cambodia is still very Cambodian. So if anyone wanted to come out here
Yeah.
and try and do like you are, like you're a trailblazer, you're like one of the first I know out here doing it. Like, what would you recommend? What would be your best piece of advice?
I think
Male
just
or
really
female?
just get yourself out there, connect with lots of designers. Castings are being posted. Also, my DMs are always open. I love to try and help other women and men get into this industry. And just always have a smile on your face and be very grateful for where you are. I think that has been one of the things with me that has worked so well is just having so much respect for where you are and who you're working with and being kind. Be kind to
Exactly,
people.
yeah. I think I mean in Cambodia in general, that's if you're kind and have a smile, it gets you very, very far, very, very far.
Yeah.
The nicest people in the world. I think, you know, when we ask that question, why people stay, the main reason is like, well, the people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And not like I've seen before, maybe some makeup artists aren't treated as well, or the behind the scenes stuff, and everybody plays a vital role. So it's about showing gratitude for everybody's work there.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
they
It's a
shows after the show, go and speak to people. And yeah, it just all happens from then. It kind of happens by just keep going to castings and have a
yeah,
good
just keep going. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And have you had anyone reach out from overseas now? Like, what's your plan? Because I know you've got some other stuff going on, which we'll get into in a minute. But like, what's the plan? If you were offered to like, hey, come to New York tomorrow, could you leave Cambodia?
I would do it for a show. I don't know long term
Yeah.
because obviously going on and I just love this country. But I think take every opportunity that comes to you, and
Yeah.
even if the fear, smash through that fear and go for it because you never know where you're going to end up.
Exactly. Do you get because I get it sometimes, complete imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get sometimes I'm there on the stage here in Cambodia. It's like, what is going on?
I know I'm two completely different people. Like when you see me on the island and it's all very
Yeah.
island natural and I love that side of it. And then you come up here and I'm doing photo shoots. Everyone in my life is like, I don't know what's going on here. You're two different
No,
people.
for sure. Exactly.
Completely
Yeah.
different.
I think I get like when I walk my dog in the morning, sometimes I'll get like a security guard or a tuk-tuk driver be like, ladies and gentlemen. And sometimes I think they expect me like that's how I talk, like, hello, how are you? And it's and they're like, oh, that's not what you're like. And it's like, no, I don't. That's not what I'm like all the time, you know. No, for sure.
Yeah.
So,
We
these
all have
polarizing
different
characters.
personalities that we get into in different situations. It would be so
Exactly.
draining to be.
Like here, you know, look very serious. Don't worry, Brooke is not always this serious.
I always say, like, the modeling photos, when you see the behind the scenes video of shows and shoots, that's when you see the real me, because most of the time I'm dancing and being very.
Yeah. This is a beautiful gown. Where was this one, Brooke?
This was for a designer called Subi. Her brand is called Swellby. And this was, I'm not actually sure of the name of it, but it was near to Copic.
Okay.
She did a big collection release. She usually focuses on suits and thick jackets, and she came out with couture this time. And
It's
yeah,
gorgeous.
this was really treating everybody the same and with an utmost respect, because a lot of people originally thought she was a makeup artist, but she's actually a designer. And yeah,
Okay.
incredible.
No, it's amazing. And this lastly, I have this last one of you here. Is this for the same designer?
It is the same designer, very
Oh,
similar.
look at me. I've got an eye.
I know you do have an eye. Well done. Yes, this was a recent shoot that we did in the studio and factory for her. And then hopefully soon the photos will be released of us doing this shoot underwater. Because
Oh, wow.
we got some dresses underwater. So
where did you do that?
I think it's called Aquarius Rooftop, the one where you've got the glass side.
Yeah. Okay.
So that was a challenging one. But
How was that? Your first time shooting underwater?
Yeah, nothing could prepare me for it. I did look online. I did try and sort of get some preparation, those tips. But when you're under there and you're holding your breath, you don't want too many bubbles to come out and cover your face. And you need to be very elegant in a big dress and keeping yourself down. It was a challenge, but it was very exciting.
Was there someone also underwater, like moving the dress? No? So they had complete trust in you to get into the water in the correct way.
And swim past the window, like, oh, I'm feeling like a mermaid.
Oh, that's awesome.
Whereas, like, oh, here we go.
I have a friend, you say that. I actually have a friend who is a professional mermaid.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's a cool job, hey? Yeah.
Takes some skill, because it is not easy to. And imagine your legs together.
Exactly, all day. Yeah, she goes around the country and they support like cleanups, like beach cleans and stuff like this. And they go and they put on shows for kids. And there's 3 mermaids and a pirate. And yeah, it's all like educational. But it's super cool.
Absolutely, and for a great cause. So.
Exactly. So nowadays, Brooke, so you shoot how many times a month? You say, because of course it's modeling, like like my work, like actors and you name it. It's episodic work. You're not shooting every single day. So what do you do between shoots? How do you keep busy? How do you not get idle hands?
Yeah. So my original business was social media management, which is what I still do now. I work with businesses within the country. I go and shoot their content, edit it, upload it, and then manage their accounts for them across Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. So that was a little side hustle that I created just after COVID. Living on that, I needed to get some money, and I love shooting content, which is why it was amazing to be in front of the camera and behind the camera, because I enjoy both, and the whole
to learn both sides.
Great.
Nice.
Businesses doing that, so I go around and shoot their content. And then I've just opened with my best friend a place on the island, which is a hostel and smoothie bar, soon to be glamping as well, step by step.
Cool. And how do you pronounce it? Yaya.
Yeah, so it means Gaia, which is goddess of the earth, and we're 2 women starting a business, and we really wanted to put energy into that feminine power of running a business. Both are good, masculine and feminine. There is no war there, but just a different way of doing it.
No, for sure, 100%.
And for a lot of our lives, and so we wanted to try doing it our way. And
yeah, cool. So you can see, if anyone watching, you can see here at the bottom, you can find Yaya on TikTok, which is your most used platform for you guys.
We love TikTok. We're always doing silly tricks, and then you can see.
That's what it's all about. Your videos, you've got quite a lot of viral videos on there. I love the one with the dog and the pineapple on his head, by the way. That's really my favorite video ever.
So many people, taxi the other day, and the taxi man was watching that video. It was very
Oh, really?
strange.
How
Yeah.
funny. How funny. I was walking by the bakery last week and I just heard my voice next to me. I was
It
like, what
never,
the?
never ever gets normal. I've had it
No.
before where to the island and someone turns around with their phone in my face, like, "Is this you?" Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it's me. It's funny because TikTok is, for those who don't know, I mean, TikTok is massive in Cambodia. Huge. I mean, I think it's out now, outweighing Facebook and a lot of things, you know. It's a huge platform here. And I think, do you think that's helped with your modeling as well, Brooke? Like having your TikTok side of things and having you know, being a public figure on TikTok.
Definitely. I think it all contributes to it. If that's the way that you're wanting to go, then putting content out of
Exactly.
yourself, showing like a more personal side of yourself rather than just because the Brooke that you see in those photos doesn't always translate to who I am. So I think it's good to like get both sides of you across.
Exactly. We'll start a podcast, you know?
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. So now you have Yaya on Korong. So I'm going to show a little video here that you've sent me, which is lovely. Ooh, here we are. So this is Yaya. I mean, in its early days, you're still building. You say?
We're just working on phase 2 of the project. Phase 1 was we originally got both bungalows and they were completely unused
Yeah.
for about 4 or 5 years, and they were previously used, as you just saw in the videos, just one room. So this was our dorm transformation, which was a challenge. We did it all by ourselves, aside from the electric and the plumbing.
Oh wow.
And
How many beds
completely
is there? 1, 2.
dorm.
Nice.
And our fairy lights around the top is that little feminine touch that in the evening honestly feels like you're on a sleepover.
Nice. Oh, that's not, yeah, cherry on the cake. That's gorgeous. So this was a pre-existing structure,
Yeah, it was just a
and you've
bungalow.
okay, nice. And so so how many dorm beds do you have? Sorry.
We have 10-bed dorm, and then
Hmm.
we're just, as low season's coming to an end, to phase 2, which will be the glamping out the back. So that's
Hmm.
not shown yet. We have a big bit of land out the back that we're going to clear and then transform, which is exciting, ready for high season.
Awesome. And so it's a hostels, smoothie bar.
Yeah, glamping. We've also got an eco shop going that's slowly getting there, and we're wanting to work with some more people within Cambodia to stock their products. So right now
Hmm.
we work with Honey Adore, which is a lingerie and bikini shop owned
Honey
by.
Adore. Shout out to Honey Adore.
We love Honey Adore. We
We
love
love
Danny.
Honey Adore.
So lovely, and she's built her business based around empowering women, which is exactly what we want to bring to Yaya as well. So we stock her bikinis at Yaya and then send her the money across. So we
Amazing.
wanted
Yeah.
the kingdom just to like support as many people as we can, and we have posters up from all different hostels and places as well, because I have a lot of friends in the kingdom and I want to push people to their businesses too and sort of work as one
Yep.
big community.
100%, and that's what it's all about. Be it modeling or be it running a hostel and wellness center. You know, I mean, it's not what you know, it's who you know. Especially here in the kingdom, I think. You know, making those, like you said, making those connections, spending that time with the people, especially the locals, and just, you know, building a relationship.
Exactly.
So have you worked in the industry before, Brooke? In having, you know, I'm sorry, restaurants, hospitality.
I've worked as a worker. I've never had my own place. So
Mhm.
I was sort of as many people are when they first come, working and volunteering in different hostels. And then at home, I did have the odd restaurant job and bar job.
Yeah.
But the full business, this is the first time
Okay.
managing.
Awesome. And how are you finding it?
It's really exciting. I feel really fulfilled. Like this was a purpose that I needed to do. I had been on the island for about 3.5 years, saying this is where I'd want to do it, if I'm going to do it. And different obstacles got put in the way until it was the right time. So it's on our contract. So it's going to be 2 years of Yaya for now and see
Okay.
how it goes goes into
Nice.
next weekend or do something else. We're sort of
So
keeping it as the first one to learn a lot, to then build and get better.
yeah. To test the waters and then see if you can expand from there. Maybe you move, maybe you stay. Who knows? So whereabouts are you exactly on Koh Rong? For those wanting to come down and visit, go in to Sihanoukville. You take the boat over to Koh Rong. You get off the boat at Koh Tui.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
And from there, how do we find you?
Just come off the pier, take a right, walk down the beach, and that's where we are. We're in the main village on the main beach.
Amazing. So super close. I mean,
Really close.
for those who don't know the island, I mean, back even, 5 years ago, there wasn't much of a transport. There wasn't much going on transport wise. The roads, there wasn't any roads. But nowadays, the island it's a lot better getting around.
Yeah, I really always recommend our guests to take bikes and just go and explore. There's so many beaches which are untouched, lots of little paths that you can just go down and basically have a private island. We also do island, our secret waterfall, which is the locals' waterfall.
Okay.
And so we take pictures, go to the pagoda, take some time there to really let it all sink in where you are.
Awesome. And yeah, I mean, for those who haven't been to Cambodia, who are wanting to come to visit, Koh Rong is just Koh Rong Samlom. It's kind of like the final frontier when it comes to islands in Southeast Asia. It's just, you can still see the bioluminescent plankton so clearly. I mean, you don't have the light pollution from the mainland. It's just amazing.
But it's such a hidden gem still, and I love it. I want it to stay like our little hidden gem of just beauty, because the sea is so clear, the sand is white. It's just unreal. When they say it's like the Maldives of Southeast Asia, it really is.
It really is, yeah. But for a tenth of the price.
Yeah.
yeah, it is absolutely spectacular. It's incredible. I mean, you walk down 4K Beach, and you really could be anywhere in the world. It's absolutely amazing. I wish I had some pictures set up here, but I don't, but even the pictures don't do it justice. Just go and visit the islands. We're actually going next month. My wife and I, we're going to go down for a week.
Lovely. So needed.
So we'll come and say what's up.
Cambodia, now that the highway's done, it really only takes 2.5 hours to get down there.
Yeah.
And then you're half an hour on the boat and you're there, and you feel like you're in a completely different country.
Yeah, it's literally 3 hours door to door now. You could pretty much do it.
Yeah, like when I'm in the city, it is so different to then island life, and so it's the perfect break for anyone to have just within the country.
It's awesome. Exactly. Yeah, you could be anywhere in the world. It is truly amazing. So, are you open then, Brooke? Is Yaya open? Is it rolling? Have you got people staying?
Yes, we're open. We've been open we signed the contract 5 months ago, so we've been open for about 3.5, 4 months, because we had time at the beginning. We've got 2 volunteers there at the moment, which are great, helping us build our pizza oven and get everything ready. Yeah, we are open, thriving.
Come and get involved. Nice, awesome. And am I correct that you also host women's wellness weekends?
Yes, we do. So I think in high season, as time goes on, then we'll be able to fully host and do everything ourselves. But at the moment, we're open to anyone wanting to hold the retreats there, and then we just for you. It's the perfect space for it, just to really disconnect and connect within. Mine and my business partner's journey started was during COVID. We disconnected from everything and did a lot of self-development work to get us to this point to do it. So
amazing. Perfect. Yeah, it's absolute paradise. You're making me jealous. When are you going back down?
This month I'm actually in the city. There's a bit of work that I'm doing here, and also hoping that some Yaya products and smoothies are going to be available just this month in the city.
Okay, cool.
We're in the process
lovely.
of that work, just to give people up here a taster whilst I'm here. And then we'll be back down on the island, fully renovating, ready for high season throughout October.
Nice, cool. And high season for everyone. I mean, for you on the island, what would you say around November, December, you start getting busier down there?
Yeah, we're hoping for end of October. We see a lot of people that have places on the island starting to come back now, September, October time, getting everything ready. So we're all gearing up.
Yeah.
We're good to go.
Let's go. Let's go. How's the weather down there at the moment?
Oh, stunning. Like, you still have the odd evenings, but the storms are a nice little break from the sun, and they're incredible on the island. The lightning is.
Yeah, I think as well. I think when you're on a small island like Koh Rong, you kind of appreciate how quick a storm goes by.
Yeah.
You know, when you're in a city, because of course, you know, and places like Kampot, because Kampot has the mountain, and we have Bacoor, it was almost like a microclimate. So when it rains, it rains.
Yeah.
But on the island, you can literally see the rain. It's like, oh, there it is. Here it comes. Here it comes. And it just goes over.
You can see it sort of from one end of the village as it hits that mountain. You're like,
Yeah.
okay, until it hits us. So quick, get everything inside. And then it passes within 10 minutes and the sun's out again.
Yeah, because I think everyone has this perception of rainy season in Southeast Asia as just like, oh my God, just months of endless rain. It doesn't stop. It's like, I think they watched Forrest Gump too many times, and then one day it started raining and it does not stop. And it does, it's not like that. It's not like that. It's very episodic. It rains for an hour, 45 minutes, bang, and then it's done. But it comes down heavy.
Hard. But then it makes the water. So there's good in all things.
The jungle's greener, the air's fresher, exactly. You got to take the good with the bad. But I personally love I love the rain on the islands. It's gorgeous. Just watching it, because we know like the water is so still, and just watching it splash off the water is incredible.
Getting in the sea when it's raining is unbelievable.
Yeah, it's like glass. It's incredible. Amazing place. All right, so what's next then, Brooke? Are you going to continue? How do you juggle both? How do you run Yaya and model? I suppose you're very lucky. You have a fantastic business partner.
I am the luckiest person ever to have the business partner I have. We are such good friends. We've been through a lot together. Lived together in the city for a year before opening the business, so we know we can tolerate each other. We actually get mistaken a lot for a couple.
Oh, really?
We are basically wives without everything else.
Yeah.
Purely platonic.
And you met in Cambodia, or did you meet from back home?
We actually met at Nest Beach Club on the island. She's one of the shareholders of that, and so I was working with her because suddenly they opened over COVID and it got very busy out of nowhere. So we were running that together.
Oh, you were running Nest?
I went run. She was running Nest. I was her right-hand gal.
Okay. And for those who don't know, Nest is a backpackers, I suppose you describe it as, on the island, and it's very well known for like Nestival, which they do every month. Every Saturday. Okay. Well, I mean, it's becoming one of those things on a lot of backpackers' lists, so that if they go through Cambodia, they have to go to Nestival.
I think that's great, though. It's a really great day. Everyone gets involved in the games, and then there's a good party. So that's your
but again,
vibe.
I think they've been very. Maybe this was you. Maybe it was you doing it. Their TikTok and their marketing was on point.
Yes, that was me. When I opened Yaya, then we decided to stop working with each other. So a couple of months ago. But yes, everything prior to that on the TikTok was me.
Yeah. Because that was, I think that's what truly got Nestival its name amongst the backpackers during that kind of difficult time post-COVID. Whereas everyone was kind of like looking at Nest, being like, "Oh, they're really busy," and I was like, "Well, yeah. Have you seen their marketing on TikTok? They're hammering it." And I think that's what really got Nestival off the ground.
TikTok, just contact me because we do well on the TikTok front. I seem to have sort of understood what the country needs in that sense and how to showcase businesses. So yeah, it's a great thing, especially for businesses. It's free marketing for you, so get on it.
Exactly. No, I couldn't agree more, especially in the Kingdom of Wonder in Cambodia. TikTok, go for it. Go as hard as you can.
The Burger Shack TikToks don't go unnoticed. I do see them too.
Yeah. Yes. No, definitely. I think a lot for people as well is just just let go of the ego. Just go for it. Let go of the ego. Just do it.
Everybody is living the main character in their own lives. So whatever you think anyone's thinking about you, they're probably just worrying about what everybody else is thinking about. So you just
exactly
go the way, go full steam ahead, because at the end of the day, the people that are thinking bad things or what you're worrying they're thinking aren't actually going to help you level up to the next step. You need
exactly. And even the haters in the comments, it's still gonna it's all gonna do the algorithm even better because it's still gonna bump you up even more.
I have the only piece of hate I've ever had, and that's creating for businesses and for my own personal TikTok, was from people from another country when I was wearing the traditional Cambodian outfit, saying that it belonged to their country. But that
so
is,
it's funny you say that, because that's the only hate that I get on my posts is from a neighbor. Yeah, and it's quite it can be quite, it's really quite toxic what they say, and really quite nasty. And I think my friend who's also works in the industry, he just got someone screen grabbed a picture of him and his colleague. I think they work in the fight industry all around Southeast Asia. And this neighbor also, they jumped on his post, like giving him death threats and stuff like this, because he's working here. And it's just, it's mad. It's mad.
The only advice I can give for that is block, delete, remove.
Yeah.
Any negativity, just block it out. No one's got time for that.
Yeah. Nobody got time for that. I got bronchitis. No, exactly. But no, I think you're very right in saying as well, and just drop the ego and go for it, especially when it comes to marketing on TikTok. It's, be it Facebook, more so TikTok, especially in this part of the world. I find it's like slapstick goes a long way.
Your ego is literally only a voice inside your head, limiting you to what you think you can or can't do. So as soon as you separate from that voice, you're limitless, and that is the thing to strive for, is just to absolutely go for it. We only have one life, so.
Exactly. I could not agree more. That's a quote. I think that we'll put that at the start as a teaser, and everyone will be like, whoa, this is going to be like the deepest podcast I've ever listened to. Awesome. No,
you guys are so deep, and we're like, well, we just like to really live life. So.
Yeah. All right, awesome, Brooke. So like I said, you've got so much going on. Just before we kind of finish up, so for those coming to the kingdom, say they're going to be here in the next week, what do you advise them do? Like, could they come to a show of yours? Could they come to a catwalk? How do they find you on the island? How do they find you if they need some help on their marketing?
So you can always message me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is @Brooke_Wheeler. If you have any questions about coming into the kingdom, whether it's to visit or to move here, I'd love to give anyone advice on showcasing more of the beauty of this country. Shows-wise, it's very 50-50 as to whether it's a closed show or an open show. But I do usually post online when it's an open show, so keep your eyes peeled on my stories. And that's another great way if you're wanting to get into the modeling industry, come to the shows that are available and get speaking to people, because so many people come to watch, whether that's influencers, other designers, people that are photographers. You'll definitely find someone there that can help you get into the industry. And then if you're coming down to the island, I highly recommend that. But you can come straight to Yaya, or you can message us, or you can go on booking.com, Hostel World, if you want to stay. And yeah, DMs are open.
DMs are open. Slip into your DMs. Amazing. Well, yeah, not quite. No, none like that. None like that. For advice on marketing and hostels and modeling, quite strictly. Yeah. Not like a, dear Deirdre page. Hello. I've got a problem with. Not like that. Brooke doesn't do that. No, Brooke doesn't do that. She's not like all like Mystic Meg. Remember Mystic Meg?
Yeah, I feel like I would love to be Mystic Meg, but I don't know how mystic I am.
Meg was mystic, man. Do you remember how mystic she was? I think was she in the Sun? Or she had to have been in the Sun. It was all the Daily Mail.
She had all the advice. She knew what was going on.
Yeah, man. You had Deirdre and you had a Mystic Meg. It's something for everyone. No, those were the days. Those were the days. Anyway,
podcast into more of a Mystic Meg.
Yeah, yeah. Amazing. Brooke, again, thank you so much for joining me today. And I won't take up any much more of your time because I know you've got a show coming up this weekend and you've got to prepare everything. But again, you can find Brooke on Instagram, TikTok. You can find Yaya on TikTok also and on Facebook. You do have a Facebook page, but you are mainly TikTok.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. But if people wanted to book, how would they book about booking a bed?
You can contact, or you can go onto Hostel World and booking.com. We're on both of those, or you can contact us directly.
Awesome. Well, Brooke, it's been a pleasure, and thank you so much for sharing your awesome journey with everyone. And I will see you maybe in the city, or maybe I'll see you on the island next month. We'll cruise by and have a smoothie.
Absolutely. If not, enjoy the island. It would be amazing.
I will do. Awesome. Thank you so much, Brooke, and have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll speak to you soon.
Right, speak to you soon. Bye.
Hi. Thank you so much, everyone. And thank you, Brooke, once again for joining us today on another POPP-Cast. I'll be back next week with someone who is involved in the real estate industry here in the city. So we'll have a bit of an insight into another different scene here in Phnom Penh. But again, thank you, everyone, for joining me for another chat. And I'll be back next week for another POPP-Cast. Peace, guys. Okon Shran, Lihai, Somnang Law.